Yeah, I mean, sorry for the disappointment. We need to now put even more hours. Now it's do or die. It's also in a situation that we are comfort. We experience already a lot of times.
All right, today was the last day of the LEC 2025 Winter Playoffs, week one, and I am in the presence of the head coach of Movistar KOI, Melzhet, today after unfortunately a loss to KC 2-0. So Melzhet, I want to start off by just asking you, after a match like this, especially after game one, which was not very close, right? What is
Yep.
the way forward for Movistar KOI? Are you gonna do a review tonight, or are you leaving that to tomorrow? How are you gonna take things from there?
We are going to review the games, and then we have 1 day to reflect, and then are going to back to work, and now we are going to put more hours, so we level up.
Yeah. And do you feel like there is still some learnings to be taken from this best of three? Because, I mean, obviously, game one, it was a bit rough, right? I think everyone will look at like the early 2v2, for example, and stuff like that. And you
Yep.
could say, like, oh, it's like a mistake in execution and it doesn't happen every time, right? But, like, do you still have some stuff that you're taking from this best of three that you will need to apply in the next few weeks?
Yes, I think we play very poorly today. Not only the 2v2, I think that's just a small part of it. We were not playing well with the tempo, we were not holding well the spots, we were late and bad vision. Like, we did so many mistakes. And of course, it's something that we need to learn because that means that we are still not good enough. And now we just need to put the hours.
Yeah. And something that I found interesting was the fact that I talked to Alvaro last week, and he
Mm-hmm.
told me that one of the big things with Movistar KOI was that the team was very emotional. It's a team that has always been very, I guess, like in the moment, very emotional about like everything that goes on in game and everything. So, how is it for you
Yep.
coaching a squad like this, especially with the arrival of Jojo this year?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's always hard when you have these emotional guys when things doesn't work because they tend to snowball, but also to the other side. So um, it's something that we are aware from long time ago. We are working every day. We are still not that consistent in that area, but it's something that for sure you can work, and that's just part as the objective of the team, like in not only league.
Yeah, and do you think there could be a silver lining behind the loss today? Could it be that maybe dropping to the lower bracket could give you more time to work on these issues and be able to have more stage experience as well and be able to maybe rise up to the occasion?
We need to be positive, so yes, we are going to look for that, but and it's fine if we were winning today also, like because we are able to connect, it will be the same. I saw so many mistakes and with so many things bad that we need to now put more hours and try to make sure that we are in the best shape now, because fortunately we have loser bracket, so it's an opportunity.
Yeah. And I mean, what do you think is like the number one thing that you guys need to fix urgently right now so you don't make those same mistakes again next week?
Uh, Tempo ambition, most likely. We were so late to the objectives that we need to be, and the vision that we put today and how we control it was horrible.
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, right now after a loss against KC, it's going to be hard to
Hmm.
be super positive. But you are going to be facing the winner of Team Heretics and Giant X next week.
Yep.
Do you still feel like the confidence is there to be able to take down these opponents in the next round?
Sure. I mean, we need to be confident that we can beat anyone if we play our best League of Legends, and now we need to make sure that we are able to pull it out.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going to be also probably facing Fnatic later on,
Hmm.
if things go
Yep.
according to expectations at least. Um, how do you feel ahead of that matchup? Are you also confident about facing a team like this? Because obviously, it's a team that, like, up until today, a lot of people considered as like maybe the number one or the number two. So,
Hmm.
how are you
Yep.
thinking of that?
Yeah, I think Fnatic and G2 are also really strong teams, and we now show that we are just one tier lower than them. So we need to work now and be on the same level. And I think if we play or beat League of Legends, we can face them.
Yeah. And how would you rate Karmine Corp, especially after facing them today? Would you say that the defeat today was more on because I know like some of your players often say that with Movistar KOI they often play against themselves in a way. Was today a bit of playing against yourself, or was it also Karmine Corp just being really good? Which side do you think is? Yeah.
I think can be both. Also, Karmine Corp did way better holding the spots, and they were ready to engage when they saw the opportunity. So they did really well in that area, and it's also something that you need to give to them. But also we need to reflect on what we did bad and to improve on that area.
Yeah, and obviously though there is also the big topic, right, which is the fearless draft. Everyone has been talking about it. You've only played 2 best of 3 so far, which have been 2-0s, both of them. What is your experience so far? And I mean, do you feel like we've seen a lot of like what the fearless draft can, I guess, propose to the league, or have we not seen like a lot of it yet?
I think it's really good, and probably in the future it will be the standard, or that's how it looks like, because I think everybody love it, and I think it's also really positive because you see more compositions, more different kind of drafts. The picks now are more important, just to take away from the enemy. So I think it's very fun.
Yeah, and do you think that fearless draft is something that could advantage Movistar KOI, especially because you have some players that are known for a lot of creativity, right?
I think it's showing that yes, usually when everybody needs to play the standard, some people is more creative, but I think everyone has his own things. G2 is being creative. I know that probably other teams can pull it out, so I think it's not that special once that the format forces you to do it.
Yeah. And do you think it's maybe a bit sad that we didn't see Fearless Draft before like this week, because every other region have been playing like best of 3s of best of 5s since the start of the split, but the LEC have been playing best of 1s, and a lot of people have memed like, oh, best of 1 Fearless Draft, you know, and I mean obviously it doesn't work. So do you think this is something that is a bit of a shame maybe that the LEC didn't have?
I mean, of course, it's better for the LEC to have more practice, because when they are going to the Korea tournament, the first stand,
yeah, first stand,
remember the name. The Asian teams are going to have way more experience, but it is what it is. So we cannot focus too much on that.
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, right now it's very hard to ask this, but I would assume that for you guys, the goal is still to make it to first stand, right?
Yep. I mean, that's the goal. We need to work hard. It's so flaws, but also we have time to fix it. So now we need to stay positive and think how to approach this week.
Yeah. And I guess just to close off as well, I would like to ask you, like, obviously you have all the Koisitos that always follow you, right? You have a huge fan base. So would you be able to spare a few words to them to make them, I guess, see the bright side of things, even if today is a bit of a dark day, right?
Yeah, I mean, sorry for the disappointment. We need to now put even more hours. Now is do or die. It's also in a situation that we are comfort. We experienced already a lot of times. So I hope now we connect and we can show our League of Legends.
Perfect. Well, Melzhet, thank you so much for talking with us today. And I wish you the best of luck in the next few matches. I hope that your practice will be going well and that you'll be able to get back on your feet. But for now, that's going to be it. So have a good night and thank you so much again.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.